Welcome back to another awesome video from this awesome amazing channel, and we're back once again with another awesome and amazing video. And today we bring to you another amazing video. But also, before we start the video, guess what? It's been 1 year since this whole thing started. What I mean is, it's been 1 year since Xtreme Story started, and 1 year ago today I made the first Xtreme Stories video, which is this video right over here. We have the worst teacher video. It was made 1 year ago on today, July 10th. And since then we made like 45 videos, and it's been bubbling up, coming up with new awesome stories for you guys, and it's a good thing we've probably made it through a year of that stuff. And we're gonna keep going with it. And since it's been 1 year since I've done a teacher video, today we're gonna be doing another teacher video. More specifically about the most boring teacher ever. But first, how many of you like history?
Are you?
Well, that's what I thought. Because I thought most of you guys might say that. And let me just say that history to me was one of the most boring subjects ever. Because even back in freshman year, it was one of the worst subjects ever when we had this one teacher that made it seem kind of lame. For now, we're going to call him Mr. Lame. Because that fits him. So Mr. Lame was one of those teachers that didn't, take any funny business seriously. Like he took it as, pretty much, nonsense. Even on the first day we met him, he seemed like one of the most boring teachers you can ever imagine. He even has kind of a, but on the bottom line, he was just not one of those teachers that you would find fun. Because all we did in there was lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of work. That's all we did in there. Now all the things that he done, like the first thing that came out of the teacher was that we had to read this book every single day. Like he told us we had to read some pages from the book every single night, and that was kind of annoying because to have homework like that every single night, it was just ridiculous. Because what if we actually had a game to go to, and we had to do that? Ridiculous, isn't it? And even I hated doing that every night because it got boring. It's not the only thing that was boring. The other thing that was boring was the notes that we took in the class. Like we were taking notes like literally almost every day. We did nothing in there but just took notes as well. I know I said you do a lot of work, but we also did a lot of notes as well. That's what I kind of mean by work when you had to do notes every single day. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, he explained things okay, but the problem was that he explained in a way where he made it seem boring to us. And all I have to remember is that Christopher Columbus did not settle in the United States. It was the Native Americans that did. The Native Americans that did. And just to let you guys know that also he did. Hey, get up. Hey. Yup. See what I mean? I mean, if you were to do this every single day for the whole entire school year, how would you feel? You would hate it. And that's not even the only thing. The study guides were also became a problem as well, because apparently our study guides were where you can look on pages and find the answers, but I guess you have the idea to say, oh yeah, let's make it harder for them to find the answers. And therefore, these pages are gone, and people then just had a major stress attack. They just couldn't take it. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is when we had to write a 3-page paper. And we actually spent 3 months writing this 3-page paper while doing our schoolwork. This may sound easy to you guys, but it is not easy, as you see. Because the teacher made it really impossible for us to write the paper. He said this: your paper must be 3 pages long, 3 pages all the way to the bottom. Your idea needs to be not broad, but very, very small. A very small idea they can write on. And also, 1-inch margins. If I see anything less than 1 inch margins, I'll take points off. Okay, you didn't have to see all that, teacher. But seriously, do you have to make the paper that hard? Let's just get back to the video. Yeah, so as I was saying, the this teacher had us write a 3-page paper on the smallest idea from our topic. And I unfortunately was stuck with a topic called bruns. And bruns is one of the most useless topics ever because on this topic I can barely find anything on this topic. Barely anything. All I found was like 3 or 4 pages on this topic. So then I eventually gave up on looking for that kind of information and went for something I would like to call Wikipedia. Whoa! Extreme Slayer, you can't do that. If you use Wikipedia, you're gonna get a 0 on that thing. Don't you know that? That's cheating. I know that. Let me finish. Yeah, like what he was saying, I chose the easy way out, and believe me, I regretted that in the long run. Because one day when I was typing on the computer lab, the teacher found out. If I were you, I would not use Wikipedia for this project. So if I were you, I'll toss that all out. And start over. And that's what I unfortunately ended up having to do. I ended up having to write the whole entire freaking paper in the last 2 weeks. I was supposed to be editing, and but instead of editing, I was forced to do the whole entire paper over again. Turn the paper in as some scrap work, and I ended up getting a big fat F on the paper too. One, I got all the resources, but unfortunately, guys, there wasn't enough for the teacher to accept it because he still flunked me on the paper. Not only that, we also had to do a presentation, and the presentation was supposed to be boring, like just as boring as his. And even on the boring presentation that we were supposed to present in class, guess what I got on that? A D minus. And also thanks to that, my grade dropped from an A to like a B minus in the class, thanks to that stupid paper. Like I was doing so good until that paper came in and just destroyed my grade just like that. And the fun was not over yet, because the next semester we did another paper. Once again, we had to go through the painful process of having to go through a 3-month-long search of making our paper, and this time paper had to be 4 pages long. And we didn't have to turn it in until this time after spring break. But still, I was not going to wait until after spring break to turn in my paper because I wanted to make sure I get it right this time. So for the first 2 months, I spent a month working hard on the paper, and actually got done 2 weeks before spring break. And I turned the paper in, and the next day, I got my paper back, and guess what was on the paper? Again, a big fat F. Like, think if I was gonna accept that. So I ended up unfortunately having to spend my spring break, unfortunately, writing the paper over again, then typing the paper over again, and believe me, that was the worst spring break I can ever imagine, having to do the whole entire paper over again, all because of this crap. Once again. And after wasting my spring break on the paper, I turned the paper back in, and this time I didn't do as bad as I thought I was gonna do, which was, I guess, okay, but on the paper I got a D minus, which is kind of an improvement, which is actually what I got on the presentation last year. I got a 60 in the presentation, but this time I got a 60 on the paper, which is better than what I got from last semester when I had that F that I didn't want to keep. And you want to know what happened to the F that I had on that paper last semester? Well, ask the people at the garbage dump, because it's in there now. And on my presentation, I actually did a lot better too. I got a A minus on the presentation, which was pretty good. I mean, I didn't expect it, but I guess I did pretty good on the presentation this time because I focused more on the material. And because my topic was more easier than the Bruns one, I chose railroads, but railroads, I guess, seemed a little easier to me. And in the combined project grade was 75%, Still, that's pretty good to me because that didn't drop my grade that much, but I still did a pretty good job on the project. And now you guys are probably wondering, oh, what grade did you get in the class? Did you get a C, a D, or an F? Well, let me just say that if you were seeing C, D, and F, then that's not exactly what I got. On my grades, I did pretty good. I ended up managing to get, I guess, a B in both semesters. And that right there was pretty good. But the only problem was that the papers in both semesters dropped my grade down to what you see right there right now. But still, I accepted the grades and just accepted it. Was, even though it was an honors class, also, just so you guys know, I still did pretty good. So B is considerably better than having a C in the honors class though, because I probably would have not been looking good in my report card. But the thing is, Mr. Lane was one of those teachers you don't want to deal with because he's just so boring. His class sucks, and if I were to grade him, I'll give him a D in teaching, I guess, because teaching isn't beneficial. And if he's watching the video right now, then let me just say, Mr. Lane, your class just plain sucked. Sorry.
Loser.
And that's it for today's awesome, amazing video. If you enjoyed today's awesome, amazing video, don't forget to like and subscribe to always get updated new videos from this awesome, amazing channel. And once again, we have some awesome fan art to show you. This fan art was created by a person named RT Blueberry from my Discord server. And this art and they look awesome. So thanks to RT Blueberry for contributions to this channel. And also hope you continue to see some more artwork to put on to this artwork display in this channel. And also, before I go, you guys can join this code from one of Darter's games. If you guys like Mario Kart, you can join this code right here to get involved with him and to follow him online. Thank you, and see you guys in the video next time.